Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? It is KY Senpai, and we are live. Thanks for coming out. I am glad that you're here. Let me just double check a few things, make sure that we're all connected and all the cameras are working, all the mics are working, whatever. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're listening. Because, after all, this is a lesson. An English lesson, I suppose. A California English lesson, if you guys really want to get super meta about it. And anything I say is going to be California gold, as they say. Or did I just make that up? Anyway, I'm glad that you're here. I've emailed a few of you, so hopefully you make it out this time. Because before, if you guys have been watching this live stream, it's I've been dealing with the new app, the new software that I'm using. But if you guys could see, I think that I'm doing all right. I've got my workflow in order, and I have my different scenes, as they call it. But yeah, this is going to be exciting, guys. I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that you're here, and I want to share the opportunity for you to talk with me live. Okay, so we're going to do that in just a second. We're going to set up the Zoom, and I'm going to share a link, and then you're going to click the link, and then we're going to have a little chat. It's pretty simple. The conversation is going to be about whatever you want. Hopefully, it has something to do with learning or something like that, or needing advice. I mean, we can talk about anything really. We could talk about the news or something like that. But why would you want to talk about anything but your own life, in a sense, like your situation and your goals? Because, when we talk about other people, big deal. So what? That's the feeling I have, because I don't know most of the celebrities' English. I don't know them, and I haven't heard their English, and I'm not familiar with their catalog of work. I don't know those people personally. I'm just listening to the English. I'm like, hey, I noticed the pronunciation sounds like this. It sounds like that. Potato, potato. It's, just basic linguistic kind of stuff that we're talking about. But ultimately, we're not talking about learning English. We're talking about how to learn English, which is a separate subject if you really think about it, because everybody knows this is a pen, right? But did you know, that I said, this is a pen, right? And it's got the Z sound in it. So I could continue to describe many cool things about English, and I could do a lesson such as, what did I just say? I was talking about it. This is a pen, right? And so we go, oh wait, where's my ink? Hold on. Oh, I love getting the drawing board out. And here we go. Come on, pen. There we go. And we go, this is a pen. And there's so many things about this sentence if you look at it in color, because first of all, I have an accent. So I don't say pen, I say pin. That's just my accent, and that's just the way it is. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. So all of these for me are an I sound, right? So this is, and then over here, I'm giving everybody the lesson they want, 英語の lesson ですね. And then over here, we have right? So that's not a it's not a it's a right? And so this is the funny thing is, though, this S is like a Z sound, right? It's like a Z, right? You hear it? So anyway, this is a lesson. And I don't know if anybody really wants to do a lesson, right? Because I'm not teaching English right now, right? So what you just saw was a lesson, yeah? But what we're going to do is we're going to talk. And we're going to talk about the normal things that normal people talk about. Like we're just going to have a conversation, no more, no less. Now, if there's something to learn in that conversation, we can talk about that as well. So Stella Poppins says, hello, I think. I think that O is an O, but with English, it's so funny because like you have like, oh, that's like hello, but like, the O can also make like an ah sound, right? Because the O sound, am I nerding out on everybody right now? I'm just so happy about my cool tools right here. You got hello and ha, right? Like, so the letters, right? And the sounds, because this all really goes into the main theory. Before we get started, I'm just sorry, everybody, I'm kind of like rambling, right? Because one thing I'm doing, I'm just letting people show up, you know what I mean? Because I said we're going to start at 11. Sometimes people get here like a little late or something like that. So anyway, Soul Resonance says hello. Ali says hi, KY senpai. Ali, like again, whoops, that's wrong. But it's funny when I see that word right there, like that's how I think of it, right? So, alley, right? But like if you said it like this, right, it would be like ollie. But ollie, I don't know if you guys know, but in California, ollie means like it's like a skateboarding trick, right? Like, can you do an ollie? So when I see it, alley, I hope that is fine, because that's just my accent again. And then Emiko says hi. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream here. So yeah, it's good. It looks like a bunch of people are tuning in. I don't have to keep wasting my time with cool little tricks like this, but we are going to get started in just a second. And before we get started, I don't want to call them rules, because that's not just, there's no rules other than like, as long as we communicate, right? But there's a lot of things that we convey in the way that we speak. And so I do want to take a second to talk about how we learn a language, because I think you guys have it kind of like, I don't want to say backwards, but it ずれてるね、なんか。あ、そっか。日本語で話してないよね。すいません。どうも、KY先輩です。今、英語のレッスンっていうかさ、ライブストリームやってます。それで、なんだろうね。英語で言った方がいい、日本語で言った方がいい。いつも悩んじゃうよね。撮影中だし、どっちにするかってわかんないよね。英語にしよう。だって、これは英語のインスパレーションだからね。で、まず、ちょっと日本語で失礼しますね。こちらの、これじゃない。ごめん。これ。ほい。こちらですね。はい。じゃあ、英語ってなんだっけみたいなね。でも、まず聞かないとね。もう、音だから。ね。違うかって感じですね。なんか見て勉強しても、全く意味ないから、英語を聞きましょうって感じですね。で、これ、本当に、なんだろうね。留学したから、ね、初めて日本語聞いたのは、日本に着いてからでね。日本着く前に、教科書持ってったんだけどね。ひらがなも、カタカナも、勉強したんだけどね。初めて日本語聞いて、これ日本語だみたいな印象。日本着いてからよね。でも、その聞く経験は、まずステップ1って感じですね。俺の、言動では、これはギアナンバー1だよね。first gear。それで、ギアナンバー2ってモノマネ。で、初めて日本語を勉強したときね、モノマネっていうことに全然意識してなかったの。全然。 なんだろうね、もうどうやって日本語を学ぶかっていう方法わからんかったよね。初めて日本語を勉強してた時ね、まあ教科書を渡されてみたいな、これを勉強しなさいみたいな言われて、はあみたいなね。でも途中でまあ先生と喋りながら、まあやっぱりモノマネだよね。モノマネしないと上達しないよねと思ってね。だって関西弁って初めて聞いた時はね、そうだから結局もう全てもう音なんですけれどもね、次ねモノマネしないとね、何にも勉強になんない。あらまあ今気がついたんだけど、俺のあれホワイトボードなんかあれになってないじゃん。ちょっと待って。やり直すね。そっか。Oh wait, I know what to do. Here. It's so weird, like this software. It's like, oh, so I'm gonna fix something, but then it's like I gotta go over to this window over here to fix it really quick. Honestly, I wish I had like a camera guy or something like that to handle all this, but まあone man show って感じだよね。And hold on, so all I gotta do is switch to the proper app. I really want to show you guys these flashcard things that I made, this screen that I made. I really think about this stuff, you know? I really want you guys to know the right order, right? Because if you don't know the order, you know, then you're just wasting your time. And I don't want to waste anybody's time. So let's get into the keynote. Come on, keynote. There it is. Bam. There we go. See? That's how you do it, guys. You get things done. You fix it. If you have a problem, you just go for that specific problem. And that actually leads to the next step, which would be to polish, right? So what are you going to polish? Well, you polish the mistakes. You polish the problems. You polish what's going good. You polish everything, but you can only polish one thing at a time. So what do you polish? Well, how do you know what to polish unless you actually talk to somebody, right? And so then comes the final step that makes all of this make sense. You got to talk to somebody. Unless you're talking to somebody, you're not studying, you know, like your first lesson is basically the first person that you talk to, you know, like if you're playing a game and it's like one of those like role-playing games, usually, you know, the first person, the NPC that you talk to is like, oh, the game's starting, you know, that kind of thing. Like everything before a conversation is just preparation, right? Like, got to get ready. How do you get ready? Well, you start by like listening, right? And then how do you like improve? Well, then you got to like, well, mimic, right? So like you hear a sound and you're like, oh, I got to sound like that. So 何している何しとん right? 何やっている何やっとん本当ほんま It's like you just gotta like listen and mimic 違うか So like for you guys, if I start saying like, you know, like, okay, then you guys say like, you know, okay. But you know, if that's like the thing that you want to practice, then yeah, that's what you polish. So you'd be like, you know, like, okay, well, like, you know, okay. And like literally, you know, like, okay, say these little phrases to yourself all day long. Just polish that, you know. ほんまかいな Like I remember saying the strangest things to myself when I was learning Japanese just because ゴシゴシゴシゴシ毎日ゴシゴシゴシゴシのなんだっけみたいな掃除するって、学校終わってから、みんなで掃除するんじゃないなんでみたいな。で、これなんて言うんですかみたいな。ゴシゴシ、ね、ゴシゴシ、ゴシゴシ。忘れないように自分に歌ってったよね。だからまあ、磨くよね。なんか自分の曲を作って、なんか なんだろうね。Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,フレーズね。キーフレーズを繰り返して、like, それが磨くということですね。で、それで磨いて、それで最後に、どっちこれですね。conversation. You gotta have a conversation. And then like, in the conversation, like, you use the phrase that you were polishing. 磨いてたフレーズを、実際に使って、返事聞いて、また、サークルになるよね。で、また次の問題を磨く。ね。問題っていうか、気になったフレーズとか、ね。で、こうやってぐるぐるして、勉強っていう、道ですよね。だから、到着みたいな気持ちはないかもわからんけど、これは旅ですよね。第二言語まで、ペラペラまでみたいな感じですね。で、毎日こうやってぐるぐるして、絶対上達しますよね。違うか。本当に、I don't want to say this like too often because like everybody that knows that should know that, but I have new people come on all the time, and I just want to make sure everybody's up to date on what we should be doing here. So, let's chill, like kind of like be normal, get out of the classroom, like seriously, I learned Japanese inside of the classroom for sure, but all the real lessons were outside of the classroom, So let's get out of the classroom for a second. This is my space camper. I don't know if you guys have been to California or not, but a lot of people have, like camper vans. Not a lot of people, but like it's definitely more than Japan, that's for sure. So let's just hang out here for a second, and we're gonna get going here to the Zoom part, which this should be fun for everybody, I hope. And of course, there is, I remembered. The Ali, what's Ali saying? Ali, チャンネル名のぐるぐるってそういう意味だったなんだろうね。ぐるぐるパーのぐるぐるだったと思うんだけど。でもぐるぐるよく使えるフレーズだからさ。どうぞ。違うか。これ英語のレッスンだからな。日本語のセンスつけてこうやってぐるぐる、練習して、ぐるぐる練習してね。大事だから。磨いてくださいね。ぐるぐるって多分磨くという意味ですね。はい。Masa says, what's up? I didn't notice that. What's up? It's up. I always go for it's up. Like, it's up. Like, that's like 省略ね。But anyway, guys, thanks so much. I am glad that you're here. And I do want to step over to my Zoom, but I will say this, if you're not feeling comfortable with talking in English, right? これからだって英会話するからさ。で、その英語に、まだ自信がなかったらね。じゃあ、まだ勉強中ですか？俺の3ステップ学習法聞いてくださいね。この3ステップ学習法に、いろんな話あるんですけれども、ぜひね、なんかリンクあると思うんですけれども、それをクリックして、そのレッスンをちょっと見といてくださいって感じですね。話す前にね。本当に、なんだろうね。アクセントに関していろいろ、そういう話もしたことあると思うから、それ、どうぞ、そういう練習したかったら、それにしてくださいって感じですね。今日は、ただの会話ですね。でもその会話する自信がなかったら、俺の3ステップ学習法聞いた方がいいですね。だっていろんな詳しいもうアメリカンアクセントの、発音とかさ、省略パターンとかさ、もうすごい面白い勉強になると思うから、会話する自信がなかったらぜひ俺の3ステップ学習法 ご覧ください。はい。じゃあ、Zoom レッスンっていうか、Zoom トークしましょうね。それで、いろんな質問っていうか、英語に関して、なんだろうなって、俺勝手にいろいろ想像したんですけれども、なんだろうね、勉強方法に関して何か質問があれば、ぜひそれに関してお話ししましょう。それでアクセントに関して何か質問があればね。それでなんか外国人の友達の作り方とかさ、なんかそういう話の機会とかさ、そういう話でも全然話しましょうね。それで何か、ロマンスね、それは、今まではね、撮影中、ライブでそういう話したことないんですけれども、もちろん日本人の友達いっぱいいるから、こういうロマンス外人の、例えば友達が日本人と結婚してるから、そういうね、なんだろう、そういう話したかったらどうぞ。それで、ビジネスに関して、それとも自分のプロジェクトに関して何か、どうやって外国人にアピールする、どうやって英語で、マーケティングするかとか、何でもいいんですけれども、お話ししましょう。それで、YouTube 消して、Zoom 決まってからね、つながってから、YouTube 聞きながらね、話しながら YouTube 消して、イヤホンとか気をつけてくださいね。音が響くから、ね、それちょっとね、ごめんね。じゃあ、Zoom のあれを、シェアしましょうか。はい。大丈夫ですか？緊張してるんですか？ちょっと待って。Which way did I do it? Sure, mic, video. Okay, let me see if I did this right. Because, the video, I think I did wrong. So, let's do it like that. I'm setting up the Zoom, guys. Ooh, and it's not working. So, hold on. Yosh. おかしいぞ。ちょっと待ってください。OBS は大丈夫ですか？見える？動いてる？動いてますよね。大丈夫よね。OK。じゃあ、Zoom もう一回やってみましょう。Crap, did the wrong one. Hold on, I'm gonna make a new one, okay? So this time we're gonna do my camera. All right, come on, camera. Zoom meeting. My camera. And that is not working. You gotta be kidding me. It's like you do all this preparation, right? Because I thought one of the things that everybody would be sorely needing, is like more chances to actually have a conversation with somebody, And so the opportunity to do that, for me to get in front of you guys, it's like I could hop on a plane and sit around in Tokyo or something like that where everybody's hanging out. And we can have a conversation that way for sure. But what if I just set up a Zoom meeting, right? And those kind of issues, all of them are just kind of like technical issues, It's not rocket science on how to set all this up. But I am going to say that dealing with this software, if it is going to be finicky every single time that I use it, I'm going to have to find a better solution to this. So yeah, this is definitely hopefully going to resolve in just a second, but it really comes to a point where it's just like if the camera is working for the YouTube thing, then I'm going to have to assume the camera is going to work for the Zoom thing as well. So, and it doesn't seem to. Okay, we're just going to quit really quick. Hold on, guys. I remember one time I was doing a seminar in Paris, and my computer died in the middle of the seminar, and the plug that I have is the American plug, but everything in Paris was the European plug. So I was like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? Because I didn't bring like the European adapter, but I was staying in an Airbnb, and the other guy of the Airbnb, because I thought, man, I should stay in an Airbnb, because like if you got the Paris guy, he can like tell you the good places to go or whatever. But I saw that he had like a Mac, but with the European thing, so I had to unplug his thing, and everything was fine. But it's just like, trying to, communicate with everybody in Japan when I'm not in Japan is technically possible. It's just like kind of a hassle. You know what I mean? めんどくさいよね。ソフトとか、ソフトのつながりだとかさ。でもしょうがないよね。本当にもう、だってさ、こうやってもう、ステージからね、こういう、発表みたいな、なんだろうね、全然やってもいいんだけど、それもめんどくさいよね。日本行って、どっかのスタジオとか借りて、ね、なんか、疲れますよね。これも疲れちゃうんだけどね。こう、キャメラがつながらなくて、申し訳ないね。でも本当にもう、ズームのあれね、なんかカメラ、だってこのパソコンがね、あれなのね、Mac mini だから、なんか俺の iPhone がキャメラになってるのね。で、Zoom のキャメラが今つながらないよね。YouTube のキャメラがつながってるらしいよね。大丈夫だよね。well, let me see. So, you see, see here. I'm gonna do something. See my camper, right? Yeah, it's software, right? So Stella Poppin says カフェで英会話とかも意味ないと思ってます。Well, I mean, you don't have to go to a cafe. That's what I'm saying, right? The only thing actually is like, do you want to have a conversation here, or how would you like to go to the beach? Like that's just how my mind works. Like if we're going to have a talk about something, it's like, why don't we like go take a hike or something? Like, I don't know. So, but still, nonetheless, you go to a cafe, you can go to a street corner, you can go to a bar, you can go to a park, you can go anywhere you want. As long as you have a person to talk to, that's the point, right? It doesn't matter what you do. And I always find it weird, like, if people talking about dating, for example, and it's like, the only thing you need to do on a date is to communicate with each other. And I guess that, people communicate non-verbally, like, hey, you want to take a ride in my car? And like you get there and the car is like a Ferrari, it's like, oh, he's communicating something, right? So I guess there's a bit of that as well. But at the end of the day, all you need is the opportunity to have a conversation, right? And so, yeah, using technology is totally fine if the technology works. And as far as I can tell, the technology is not working the way that I want it to. And this is like totally a bummer. And so I'm going to actually share that because if I can't get the conversation going, I'm just going to have to like wing it, right? And so, yeah, big bummer. This is what we call a bummer. Get that bummer. And then that, yeah, R sound. Oh, crap. The R sound is like so R sound. It's like bummer. Like you actually R 伸ばすって感じだね。No, bummer. What a bummer. And that is a phrase that we use all the time in California. Bummer. So anyway, trying to salvage this technical blip. So if we can't talk, then it really does become, またKY先輩が1時間話すのか. And I don't mind talking. 一人ごと全然もうあれは問題ないんだけど、いやーみんなと喋りたかった。まあ会話したかったよね。でチャットじゃなくてね、本当にもうカメラ使ってチャットしたかったね。で先週もね、まあね、これはなんだろう、多分カメラのあれだから、じゃあもうしょうがないか、本当にしょうがないって感じですね。なんかあれカメラのあれつながり方が、well, you know, you just have to wing it sometimes, and so therefore we are going to wing it. Now, if this doesn't work, which it doesn't seem like it's working, then we're just going to have to go and, well, reschedule, I guess, because like, what's the point? If we're here to have a conversation, then we should have a conversation. So, one-on-one here, hold on. I'm going to look something up here. I just want to see how the live stream looks on the YouTube. Oh, look, it says it's live now. Yeah, okay, so cool. We're still rolling. Oh, wait, is it frozen? Hey, guys, is it? Oh, I see. So, like, the camera froze. Okay, hold on. My gosh. Just tried to reconnect the camera. I just noticed that it's frozen. And you can't do much when the camera is frozen. So, in the meantime, take a listen to my voice, as that is the only thing that you need to really do if you actually wanted to learn something, right? フリーズしてますね。はい。そうですね。フリーズしてるんですけれども、俺の声がフリーズしてないよね。それは大丈夫だよね。じゃあ、ちょっと待って。わかった。でも、あれ、顔がないと、あれって感じだよね。ラジオって感じですね。アルファステーション。KY先輩。違うか。どうも、次の曲は、パフィーです。はい。よろしく。違うか。Yeah, so now it sounds like a radio broadcast if you can't see me. So, like FM radio. KY先輩。でも声聞こえてますよね。アリさん、アリキャット。ありがとう。じゃあ、ちょっと待って。俺のカメラのあれ、ちょっとやり直すから。ちょっと待って。Come on, camera. Oh, my camera. 動いてないけど声だけ、そう、フリーズしてるよね。はい。だから、カメラが、 あれなの。おかしいんだよね。Mac mini、最近の Mac mini 買っちゃって、で、これ強いじゃん。なんか、使ってたラップトップが結構弱かったよね。編集とか、なんか重いって感じだよね。古いラップトップ使っちゃうとね。だから Mac mini の強さがすごいなってすぐ感じたんだけど、カメラが iPhone、Wi-Fi で iPhone がつながるって書いてて、そうか、大丈夫で、こういうつながりの問題もあるし、まあ、なんだろうねって感じですね。だから、私、カメラ買った方がいいかもね、僕。ね。これ、先週も同じじゃん。ね。こうやって見えない。Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. We have some sort of. Oh, wait, are we back? Are we back? Hey, are we back? Do you guys see me? Hold on. This might be a game changer. We can get into this. Like, it's really weird. You see all this? Am I frozen? Here, let me just like Yay, I'm back. Cool. So, you know what that means? It means that I think it is time that we can start a Zoom thing. So, let's get into it. KY senpai iPhone camera. Yatta. And wow, you guys are being so patient. I appreciate it so much. I really do appreciate patience. And it's weird how, it feels like everything is over and there's no way to salvage the situation. And it's like you have to give up or something like that. But, you don't. Things are okay and everything is going to work out because I am going to share with you guys the link in just a second, and then I can simply listen to you guys because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of why I came here, is to like talk to all y'all and hear a story or two. Oh wait, maybe I can do here. Okay, here we go. Ready? Boom. All right. There's a Zoom link. If you guys want to hop on, hit that Zoom button there. Oh, wait. Why would it do that? Why would my camera go all out like that? So here. Oh, it's like, oh, wait. Here. Sorry, fixing everything here last second. But if you go into the Zoom room, I'm just going to like pick the person, like, whoever shows up first kind of thing. And then also one other thing that I didn't say is let's try to keep it to like 10 minutes. Okay. So, because there's a few of you in here. Oh my gosh, you fix one thing on your computer and everything else is just like broken. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on here. I just gotta fix it. Oh, really? You're kidding me now. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. I just want to fix something really quick here. Okay, here we go. My gosh, that took forever. So, whoops. Just writing the rule, not a rule, but like a guideline, right? So, 10 minutes or so, okay? And then that should be enough time, I think, because like there's a few different people that want to talk. So, hold on. Sorry, get my water ready. So we're gonna do this in just a second here, but yeah, I believe I've shared the Zoom link, so get everything all situated here. And then also too, I'm gonna draw, basically I'm just gonna keep notes, and hopefully that's not gonna show up or anything, you know what I mean? Like, I want to keep everything to us, like, just about having a conversation. So let me make sure that the Zoom is connected. Okay, it looks like Zoom is connected. And hold on. Now it looks like Zoom is not connected on the other thing. So let me make sure that it's connected. Wow, this is so complicated.